Imagine you are an 18-year-old college student. You start selling clothes online, and within a year, you have made over $120,000. Fast forward a few years, and your brand is generating over $14 million in revenue annually. No wealthy parents. No investors. Just a sharp business mindset and relentless execution. This is exactly what happened to one woman in Shenzhen, China. Today, I am going to break down step by step how she made it happen. We will dive into her first business, the struggles she faced, and how she managed to scale her brand into a multi-million-dollar empire. If you want to know how real entrepreneurs succeed, this is a story you do not want to miss. 1. Starting from zero. How she made over $100,000 as a college student. Her story begins in 2005. At that time, she was just a college sophomore with no business background. But instead of following the traditional path, she took a huge leap into e-commerce. Back then, Taobao, China's version of Amazon, was still in its early days. She and her roommate, two young women with no experience, woke up at 5 in the morning every day to visit wholesale markets, searching for the best fashion trends. They studied Japanese fashion magazines like Mina and Vivi, found the most stylish designs, and resold them online. By 10 in the morning, they had already finished their product sourcing for the day and were ready to list their items online. Here is the shocking part: in just 1 year, she made over $120,000. This was 2005. $100,000 back then was serious money. While most college students were struggling with textbooks and exams, she was already out-earning most adults. But instead of stopping there, she wanted more. 1. Learning from the top, why she took a corporate job instead of scaling up. Now, most people in her position would have scaled up their business. But instead, she did something completely different: she walked away. Why? Because she was thinking long-term. She understood that making money is one thing, but learning how to run a real business is another. So after graduation, she took a job in Hong Kong, working as an assistant to the chief executive officer of a publicly listed company. This was a brilliant move. Instead of struggling to figure out everything on her own, she got first-hand experience watching top executives make major decisions. Most young entrepreneurs jump straight into business without ever seeing how big companies operate. But by working under a seasoned business leader, she learned the skills that would later help her scale her own company. And those skills paid off in a big way. 1. Finding the next big opportunity, the high-end iPhone case business. Fast forward to 2010, the iPhone 4 had just launched, and she saw a huge opportunity. At the time, the phone case market was flooded with cheap, low-quality products. Nobody was treating phone cases as a high-end accessory. She saw the gap and moved fast. She launched a premium iPhone case brand and priced her products at $10 per case, which was way more expensive than anything else on the market in China at the time. Most phone cases in China sold for just $1 or $2, and people laughed at her pricing strategy. They thought she was crazy for charging so much. But guess what? It worked like magic. Here is why she only targeted iPhone users, people who had the money to spend on premium accessories. She positioned her brand as high-end. Rather than competing with cheap, mass-market products, she focused on quality and design, making her cases stand out in a crowded market, and the results were mind-blowing. By Singles' Day in 2011, which is China's equivalent of Black Friday, her store made over $150,000 in just 24 hours. From selling phone cases, her profit margins were insane, and her brand was taking off fast. 1. Why she shut it down and what most entrepreneurs get wrong. At this point, she had $1 million business. But instead of expanding, she did something shocking: she shut it down. Why? Because she saw the problems coming before they happened. Business partnerships are tricky. Her co-founder, another ambitious woman, decided to leave to focus on family. The supply chain was getting harder to manage. Competition was increasing, and copycat products were everywhere. She wanted something bigger. She did not want to get stuck in a business that had a limit to how far it could grow. Most entrepreneurs hold on too long to a business that is making money but is not sustainable. But she was smart enough to step away before things became a struggle. And instead of forcing a bad situation, she looked for her next big move. 1. Entering a billion-dollar industry, the beauty business. After taking time to study the market, she realized something important. The real money is in building a brand, not just selling products. So she made a bold decision. She entered the beauty and skincare industry. Now, here is the crazy part, she had zero experience in chemistry, product formulation, or manufacturing. But instead of hiring experts right away, she went straight to the factories herself. She spent months inside manufacturing plants, studying the production process, meeting suppliers, and understanding every part of the supply chain. Most people just slap a logo on a generic product. She did the opposite. She built her brand from the ground up. And it paid off. Her beauty brand quickly scaled to over $14 million in annual revenue. So what can we learn from her story? Opportunities are everywhere, but only if you are willing to take action. Timing is everything. She saw trends early and jumped in before the market exploded. Do not be afraid to pivot. Knowing when to walk away is just as important as knowing when to go all in. Invest in learning. She worked for a major company before running her own, which gave her a huge advantage, and most importantly, always be ready. She always says, opportunities do not wait for you. If you are not prepared, they will pass you by. So here is my question to you, are you ready for your next big move? If you found this story inspiring, drop a comment and let me know, what business idea are you working on? And do not forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you do not miss more real-world business breakdowns like this. See you in the next one.